Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Tyranny. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today as I don't know if this is gonna be the last episode. Maybe it is. But we're going to the Bastard City. That's our objective. To meet the Adjudicator. Tyranny. We have researched our edicts. We have talked to Sirin, not everything. I mean, there's still a lot of things that we haven't talked to her about. Well, I say a lot, but a few things that we haven't talked to her about. But we did use up all of the questions in Verse and Barrick's dialogue, and I think Lantry as well. But here we are. We're now ready to face Tunon's judgment. I don't think I will level up again. So let's get ready. And you? Control life over there? Don't you have control lightning? There it is. Yeah. Get that up. Let's go. This is... I'm recording this right after the last episode, by the way. This is pretty...
On it.
I don't know. It's an interesting... If this is the end game, it's an interesting way of ending it. We got everybody over here, including these guys and these guys. Lady Lucretius. No more proceedings will be held for nobles today. This court is closed, says Tyranny. This is an outrage. We demand to be heard, says that guy over there. That's his name. This decree is not subject to deliberation. The officers will escort you all out.
Fatebinder, thank you for answering my summons. This could very well be the defining hour of the conquest.
Let's bow to him.
I first want to make it clear why we've assembled today. After the collapse of Vendrian's Well and the start of the Civil War, it became clear to me that there must have been some great fault on the part of the Archons. We come together to root out the source of our troubles, and determine which of the Archons has sown more chaos during the war.
I can point to the culprit and spare us the distinction. Bloodmulch aims the tip of a crude dagger at your heart. This is the scum who brought down the voices. I hope it isn't your intention to arm yourself before a court of peaceful legal representatives, Commander, unless to offer amusement as Bladamark flays you for our delight. Callio offers an encouraging smile. That's her. Remember her? He squints at Callio and slowly returns his weapon to his sheath. Tyranny turns to aim what you can only assume is a stern look. He refocuses back onto you with cool stoicism.
Much has happened since I dispatched you on that mission.
Graven Ash and the voices of Narat, the appointed generals of this war, are both dead. You were instructed with bringing justice to the unlawful, but you have clearly taken the law into your own hands. Tyranny hovers in thoughtful, accusatory silence. I don't think I should defend myself right now. Should I? Let's let him talk, because last time I spoke out of turn, he didn't like that too much. Not that he likes me, but this hangs in the balance. I think. Let's see. Hopefully the game is not. I don't want to I don't want to stare at him. I just want to glare silently. I don't know.
The court has a serious problem to address. Your conduct throughout this campaign has come into question, and you will answer for your actions.
You have made quite a name for yourself, Fatebinder. Stories of your deeds have spread through the tiers, and all of them have reached this court. Some actions have consequences. We will see what your actions have wrought.
The court has its own charges to present, and invites you to answer for yourself.
Am I expected as much? Bring on your charges.
The trial begins now. I recommend that you treat these moments with deserving gravity, as they might be your last. Don't attempt to lie or evade answers. I will judge you in the objective eyes of our overlord. Is that understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
At least your civility remains intact. You are on trial for transgressing on the Overlord's authority, breaking the laws of the Empire, bringing mayhem to an otherwise orderly conquest, and meddling in concerns that fell beyond your station. Our directive to bring Kairos' peace to the Tiers has suffered, and you will answer for the part you played.
If you don't mind, Adjudicator, says Fatebinder Callio, we are on familiar terms with the Fatebinder here. Should any inconsistencies require our input, we will add our voices as testimony. She nods to Rogalus and then turns to you with an unreadable expression.
The court has inquiries into your conduct. I first call your travel companions to speak on your behalf as witnesses to your character or accomplices to your crimes. Who will speak on behalf of the Fatebinder? Siren, Archon of Song, give us your full report.
Of course, Your Honor. Your respect for a fellow Archon is duly noted. I thank you for asking me to add my input in this very delicate matter. I will endeavor to speak honestly and stick to the heart of the matter.
She makes a small curtsy and looks over at you.
After a lifetime of being degraded and humiliated for the amusement of others, the Fatebinder took an injured young woman and treated her as an equal. His behavior is beyond reproach. There is no equal in my eyes.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? The Ironclad Commander will step forward, if indeed he has the strength to walk.
Barrick does not show any sign of waking up from his numb stupor.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf? Scarlet Fury, you who sacrificed your old life for this one, step forward.
Me? As if the likes of me has any business speaking in a grand hall before the Archon. Why, I've murdered enough folk to stack their bodies up to the podium 10 times over. Your Honor, the Fatebinder and I get along like a couple of cats. We scratch here and there, but there's respect to be had. Sometimes I think we agree on too much, but can't fight everyone. I suppose I've had worse bosses, and I suppose I've had better friends. But this one's something special. I've killed for him, and I'll do it again.
Will anyone else speak on the Fatebinder's behalf?
Evidently not. The time has come for the Fatebinder to offer his testimony. You were tasked with bringing order to the conquest of the Tiers, and yet you ignored your directive from the Archons. Do you hold the conquest itself in contempt, or did none of the ruling factions convince you of their worth? Though Tunon maintains a stoic exterior, something about the incline of his head speaks of rage, restraint, and perhaps more importantly, curiosity. Well, supporting Archons who already proved themselves lacking would have been a waste of progress. I recognize the better way to unify the Tiers. That's probably going to be the question, the thing I'm going to make, the point I'm going to make. The Archons were petty, incompetent. They didn't deserve my help. That's true. The conquest with a fool's errand, that's not. It's clearly the wrong. That's not good. But because it's going against Kairos' will. It's a fool's errand. I'm calling Kairos a fool. But yeah, let's go with this one. You were tasked with solving the problems of the siege, dear colleague of mine, not taking control of the entire war effort. Remember yourself, says Callio. Yeah, she's also... she's part of Tunon. Okay, that's okay. And that was because of wrath. Tunon weighs the matter while studying you in silence. You entered the old walls, a clear violation of Kairos' law. How do you answer for this perversion of justice? Do you think yourself above the law? Actually, we answered this before. I don't remember who asked me this, but I answered this before. Let's go with this one. The transgression was necessary to complete my tasks. The law stood in the path of justice. And again, wrath. The law stood in the path of Fatebinder Callie shakes her head in confusion. I hope you hear yourself, because that statement alone shows ordinary contempt for our work. And she looks for Tunon for approval. No, actually, the law and justice, they can be at odds. Why not? I mean, I understand that in his eyes, it really can't, because of what he said before when we talked to him before, but yeah. Tunon weighs the matter while studying you in silence. Lethean's Crossing is under my protection, and yet you stole the Magebane helm, excuse me, without the arcane protection that I commissioned from the Forge Bounds. The city is laid before the Bane like an offering. Why did you steal it? To be fair, that's favor now. To be fair, a Fatebinder is tasked with using the tools at their disposal to resolve vital problems, and the Magebane is nothing if not a tool, says Fatebinder Callio. Perhaps Dania would have been better served crafting a statue, but I will allow the defendant to explain it. Well, actually, I didn't steal it. I mean, I didn't give it to Bled and Mark, but that's another story. Why don't I wonder what the point of this is. I don't think they are gonna kill me outright and that's gonna be the end of the game if I choose wrong. I'm trying to play along because I have no reason to declare war against Tunon for the moment. He's still above me and still has more power than I do, but I don't really know what's gonna happen. But these first and third answers are really not the correct answers. And of course, you probably could have other answers, but I have that disabled on the options. I can see the answers that I don't have access to. So I couldn't allow the Bane to impede my efforts to restore order. The helmet will be returned. You speak with reason rather than greed. I don't know why I trust this testimony, but I sense no falsehood. Very well. Ever since you arrived at the Tears, you have proven stubbornly tight-lipped. Your speech is often stilled as if by some great terror or apprehension. Can you even answer for this anomaly, or are you too simple to manage it? Well, in my dispensation of justice, I find it most useful to let others do the talking while I observe and allow them to incriminate themselves. That is as ridiculous an excuse as I've ever... No, Callio. I'm going to allow this. That is a better justification than I had suspected. Thank you for satisfying my curiosity.
I have one final question, Fatebinder. You were brought to this campaign to adjudicate the disagreements between the two armies. After your arrival, matters quickly escalated into a civil war. Did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake, or were you merely a victim of circumstance?
Wait. Shh. I was thinking. I didn't read that, but sure. Is he Kairos? Is he Kairos himself, whereas Kairos herself is somewhere else? No, it can't be. Siren would have said something. No, that would be an interesting thing, but no. Okay, so, did you knowingly join the conquest of the Tears to sow discord in your wake, or were you merely a victim of the circumstance? Yeah, yeah. Let's see. So I joined this conquest for the glory of Kairos. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Huh, let's go with that. I joined this, that's a really interesting one, I like that. It suck up as all hell, but that's the point. That's my character, I mean. You're not seriously weeping over a failed campaign? Okay, this is definitely the one I want. I joined this conquest for the glory of Kairos, but I'm less certain that the Archons did for the same reason.
It's possible, even likely, that the Archons traveled south with their own agendas. I make no secret of the fact that the more worthy of the two would have inherited the Tears to rule as their domain under Kairos, and ambition got the better of them both. They were expected to conduct themselves in a professional manner. As were you.
Conduct aside, says Fatebinder Rogalus, the fact that the Archon's corruption is an assumed fact speaks to the success of this Fatebinder's mission. I don't know about the rest of you, he glances towards the other Fatebinders, but I find that mildly encouraging.
I am finished with my line of questioning. Have you any closing remarks for the court?
Kairos' peace is a lie. That's true. That's really true. Especially because Kairos keeps sowing discord. That's her weapon. More than anything, that's her weapon. But the thing is, it also is a truth. Kairos' piece is true. I mean, the places that are not at war don't really... You know, they don't get war. You know, because Kairos is so powerful. Let's see. The years have shown me that war and conflict can change the face of the tears. I am the hammer that pounds ore into a workable shape. I don't. That's too prideful. Yeah. Though I have ever strived to bring peace and order to this shattered region, I recognize that our work is an uphill battle and well worth the struggle. No, I don't think. Why would I want that? Why would I want to say that? What's the point of this line over here? This one I know, so it's like fear me, and this one is suck up. That's not a very suck up-y line. The Overlord holds dominion because we are ignorant to alternatives. The better. Oh, that's not what I want. I really don't have a reason to say this. My character doesn't. Just wanted to say I don't recognize this court. No. Let's go with this thing. It's the suck uppy one, I think. Though I have ever strived to bring peace and order to this shattered region, I recognize that our work is an uphill battle and well worth the struggle. Let's go with that. Yeah, I think that's the best one for me.
The way you frame it, the conquest sounds like a matter of true personal investment. Most curious. After weighing the charges, this court finds you...
And my hand is in the space bar, because we are gonna... I don't know what's gonna happen. Silently, Blood Mark seeps from the shadows. He glides forward, palming two black-bladed daggers as his eyes dart between you and Tunon.
Adjudicator, kid.
He greets the both of you with a curt nod before stating his claim. Allow this blade to cut to the point. I have an objection. Or two. He twirls both daggers, fingers moving deftly in and out of the shadow, the movement nearly hypnotic and wholly blurred, and all the while, his brightly burning eyes bore into Tunon's impassive white mask. So, or two, on the verdict you are planning to announce. Sure, it's the easiest way to get rid of the kid, but even I have to question the morality of this ploy, and that's saying something. He smiles, baring his flat white teeth, but it's not a friendly gesture. You're going to execute the kid to satisfy Kairos' decree, knowing the kid. No, Archon's done no more wrong. What? Yeah, knowing the Archon is done no more wrong than any other? Be careful, Archon of Shadows, for you are in danger of overstepping your station. Dark tendrils flare from beneath Tunon's cloak, a silent warning. I am always careful, says Mark. You are the one in danger, about to commit an injustice in your own court. The kid didn't cause the war between the Archons, and he damned well didn't make it worse. You know he was caught in a moral situation. His smile sours as if the admission leaves a bitter taste on his tongue. And so he didn't play by the rules, but what are the rules for if not to satisfy Kairos? Which the kid has done. You claim to be an empty vessel of the law, but I know you, Adjudicator. You're only planning to find the kid guilty because you're afraid of losing her favor. I'm gonna remain silent. Do not speak of our overlord in such a manner before others. Do not sully Kairos with your petty ambitions and desires. Your testimony has been heard, Courtblade. Interrupt further, and I will find you in contempt. Look at him. The Archon bends forward with a stately bow, glancing one last time to you before he steps aside to wait Tunon's decision. Cora, after weighing the charges and with careful consideration of Mark's testimony, the court concedes to judge you
innocent. Against all reason or expectation, I find you innocent. Your testimony was sufficient to justify your deeds, your self-appointed authority, and your undermining of Kairos' law. I can hardly believe it myself.
Tunon raises a trembling hand to his mask. Adjudicator, are you unwell? Rogalos takes a cautious step. Leave him. I want to see how this plays out. Callie leans forward with interest.
Archon, your presentation in the court today has shaken many of my core beliefs. Things I held sacred under Kairos' law are now uncertain.
He looks at his gavel with a sense of bewilderment.
I once thought that Kairos was the sole overlord. The notion of rising to her echelon of power and influence wasn't a concept that existed for me, for anyone. You have proven her wrong. What's more, you understand justice and law better than she ever did. Better than even...
Really? Huh. Upon his mask, the corners of his eyes crinkle as if in agony. Better than even him? That's what he's gonna say, isn't he?
I am willing to accept you as my new sovereign.
Or me.
If you'll have me.
I have turned Toon on to serve me? I believe he's right. It's interesting how it pains him to admit that I'm innocent, but he's still forced to do it. Somehow. I accept. Together, we will rewrite law and lay the groundwork for a new empire.
My gavel and my justice are yours. I will execute your laws as you draft them, show mercy as you see fit, and bring to ruin all who would reject you. Master, if you'll join me upstairs, I will pledge fealty to you in the lawful manner.
Holy crap. Holy crap. Watch your back out there. It wouldn't look good for me if you died now, says Mark. Well, I don't really know what to say. I wasn't expecting this ending. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it. I should have, but I didn't think about it. I never thought that he would join me. Of course, it makes total sense, but I think.
Archon, change has come to the Tiers, and in time it will reach the Empire itself. You are the agent of that change, and even I could not have predicted what impossible heights you would reach. The time has come to take up the gavel and usher in a new age of structure and law to the Tiers. You will henceforth define justice for the rest of us. I will follow your lead and endeavor to follow your design.
Your loyalty and confidence are appreciated.
As the ruling Archon of the Tiers, I submit to your authority and thank you for bringing order out of chaos. Go and represent the strength of law. Be the example the Tiers require, the force that keeps them together, and the hope for their future under one rule. Let your justice know no mercy but that which you impose. Civilization itself will bend according to your design. Never forget this. I am grateful to stand in your loyal service, Archon, but there is a shadow over these proceedings.
Tunon hesitates as he regards you, suddenly fearful.
Though you have proven yourself greater than the other Archons, Kairos is not satisfied. She sends a legion of expert soldiers marching on the Tiers as we speak, their war songs calling for your death.
What would you recommend?
Power begets power. A demonstration aimed at Kairos herself would give her a reason to regroup and consider her options. It would have to be a display of incredible proportions.
An edict proclaimed on the Northern Empire should do the trick.
Yes, destruction on that scale might serve your purpose. The North will tremble under your forceful hand. Return to the mountain spire and see your will given shape and consequence. Show Kairos the face of true power.
Okay. Then we're setting ourselves up for the end. Armies in the north. Travel to the mountain spire. We're not going to do it right now. I want to do that. I want to do that on a separate episode. But I just want to say that I'm really, really glad. Really, really glad that I was able to study the new edict. Malediction. Huh. Yeah, malediction means basically curse. It comes from to say bad things. Melee comes from it's bad, and diction it's just you know what it is. But yeah, it's really curious to see what it's gonna be at the end. But for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Tyranny. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye bye.